Hi, this is my screencast of commoncurriculum.com. I already have set up a lot of things for this already, and it's really hard to show you all the things that it can do. Um, One good thing is this is like there's lots of little videos, and sometimes it is a little flaky because it is a Flash program. So if the computer is an issue, that can be slow and annoying. Here's a whole lot of how-to videos. Set up your schedule, plan faster with templates. I already have a template set up. The advanced technique is really easy. Publish class, you literally hit the button publish. Collections I haven't done before. Bump when your lessons when you don't have a class. Collaborate with your classmates and save your lessons as Word documents. Those last three are super easy. Overall, when you log in and create something, there's a bunch of things at the top. Oops, sorry. So you have schedule and settings, and I already have this all set up. And I changed the colors so I can actually tell. And I can archive, create a copy, and all that. Set up your schedule. And it's, like I said, it's not the fastest program. I do really like it, which is why I'm showing it to you guys. And it does help with lesson planning much easier, especially the templates. So let me just show you that. And I already have my templates set up. Like I said, I have standard search on, that's for common curriculum. That's what I really, really love about this program is if you're looking to incorporate common curriculum, which is why it's called this, it's super duper easy, and it's really easy to tie in any kind of science with common curriculum. So essential questions, skills, unit vocabulary, next generation science standards, VLC content, that's supposed to be content, environmental literacy, SOAP and sequence. That's the overall unit, and that's what I haven't really put in because it's time consuming, but that's what I've been writing over the summer. But lesson template, I have my standards, my objective, my vocabulary, key points, drill, introduction, new information, guided practice, independent work. I mean, it could do the 5 E's. It is the 5 E's if you think about it. Assessments, homework, accommodations, modifications. I got to have that, and any other resources. So if I find another website or other thing I want to look up, or it might even be notes, I might actually add a section for notes that I can make comments about what I want to change for the following year. Would be a great idea. Collaborators. Molly Bloom is my coworker for environmental co-teacher, so she's she hasn't seen any of this because I haven't really done it, I'll be honest with you. And the class website, you can actually look at this. I can tie this in with Schoology if I want. I can also export this. My long-range plan, all my units and lessons, I can download those. Everything else. So, I mean, for me, I don't really want to print off everything, but I can send my administrator the thing so they can look at my lesson plans, and that's my goal, so I don't have to just kill trees, because paper is a commodity here. So anyway, that's everything for behind everything else. So when I go to day, the next day should be the 21st. Today, if you click on 18th, I've already gotten rid of the 17 and 18 because it was PD, and to get rid of those, you can actually just hit remove lessons. One nice thing is you can bump the lessons. Let's say whatever I did, like something happens in the school to where I want to move something, I can actually move the lesson, insert a new lesson, or remove the class session and move it around, which is awesome. It is super easy to do this. So let's say I'm going to do graphing for the standards. It needs to come up. No, I haven't looked at this in a while. So I want Common Core State Standards. I'm going to do 9 through 12. Oops, I don't want English. Actually, yeah, I do want English. So I want to do research. That's what my kids are doing. Research to build and present knowledge. So I can look at what they're going to be doing. And I think this is going to be perfect because my kids are doing research and putting it in a data table on Monday in the library. So I'm just going to choose that. There's my Common Core for the day. I could add more, but I'm going to be really simple because, you know, simpler the better. So I'm going to choose this. And I think that's it, if I remember correctly. Oops, I scrolled down too far. Oops, I didn't go in either. Gosh darn it. So let's try this again. There it goes. Now it actually moved, so now it's there. So my objective, I gotta look up, but generally it's pretty simple. I'm just going to type in student will be able to use Schoology to compare different types of water pollution by the use of Schoology and research online. That's not a very good objective, but it will work for right now. Now, what I really like is I can actually move these all around by clicking this. So if I wanted to move things, I can move them really easily. And like I said, my template's already set up this way. But maybe for my bio, this is my mastery class. This is not even, I'm just giving this as an example. But I have two 4th and 5th blocks, but maybe the same thing. I can actually drag this up to wherever I want. I can do this. So I can actually copy and paste. I'm actually going to undo that because I don't want that there. What I can also do is, what I really like, if I click on week, I can actually copy and paste the same thing over. So maybe this standard is really good for this week. So I can copy it here. So I like that, and then I just drag it over. Oops, sorry, that's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be there. There we go. And that'll be the standard for the day. Oh, that didn't copy. But I mean, that's where I said that's a little bit on the flaky side. And if you don't like that type of stuff, it could be problematic. Let's do that again. So now it works. So that's the thing. And like I said, you can always add standards. So if your objective doesn't stay is the same for the whole week, which usually doesn't happen, you can actually very easily just copy and drag it over to the other class, and especially for the week, which I really like. And I would just delete this one. So if I want to show on the website, it's really super simple. You click on this and you actually just show on the website. Now if you want to see the website, it's already set up. So you can print as columns, print as list. I think this is the, nope, this is the one on the website. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually used this, to be honest with you. But anyway, this is all the website. You can add a link or file. You can add anything you want. It's very nice that way. It is really simple. It isn't very hard to do this. Like I said, this all comes in. I can print off, print it as columns just to show you. And this would be what I print off for my lesson plans for the week. Which is kind of handy if I want to make it less paper, which I totally am into. And I can't remember how to do the online. You can do long range. There's a couple little flaky stuff that I don't like about this, and that I haven't really been using it that much because their dates are very specific, and if it doesn't want to work, then it's an issue. So I haven't been playing with this one as much. Maybe somebody else can get that to work better. And yeah, you can go forward, back. You can actually vote for features. You can ask for help. They do change things up quite a bit, so that's some problems as well. I don't know where the overall save it to the video is, or save it to the main page, and that's changed since I remember. It used to be this. Create a link you can share, so you can add links. But yeah, that should be good. Lots of information. Yet again, it's a lot of playing, but it's really simple. Good luck.